Hello, bonjour. My name is Stephanie and I'm a junior high French teacher for Edmonton Public Schools. Today I'm going to show you an example of a writing task using Socrative that you can do with your French second language classes. I call this Je suis formidable and I do this activity with all my junior high FSL classes. The kids find it engaging, which is rare for a writing task. It only takes one lesson and it's great for reviewing how to describe people and use the verb être. This task involves students writing a compliment to everyone else in the class, and at the end, each student receives a bookmark with their individual comments. To begin, we're going to go to Socrative.com and click on Teacher Login. Socrative is a free online student response system that allows you to do quizzes, polls, and back-channel chats with your classes. You can sign up with your Google Plus profile or simply create an account with your email. To begin, we're going to click on Manage Quizzes and then Import Quiz so we can download the Socrative quiz template in Excel format. Once we have that downloaded, we're going to open it up into Microsoft Excel. And the first thing we need to do in this template is name our quiz, which we know is going to be called Je suis formidable, and we're going to give a fake class name Canadian. Our first question is going to be open-ended. It's a short answer, and we're going to ask students their name. So, comment t'appelles-tu? And after that, you need to enter open-ended for as many students as you have in your class. So, for example, in this fake Canadian class that I'm going to be using as an example, I've got 5 students. Now, instead of typing in each student's name separately, what I'm going to do is run a classless report from PowerTeacher. I'm going to use the student's courtesy or preferred name, and I'm going to display the student name by first name and then last name. Once I have that report, I'm going to save it in PDF format, so I can right-click and do Select Tool, and I can select the whole column of names, go Control-C to copy them, and then when I go over and go Control-V, they'll paste in nicely one name per row. Sometimes if you copy and paste directly from the class list report in PowerTeacher, it'll put all of the names in the same row, so that PDF copying will get rid of that. We're then going to save this, and I'm just going to save over top of this old example here. Then we need to close it, and we're going to go back into Socrative so that we can upload our template. So we click on Choose File, and we're going to click on the Je suis formidable. Your quiz was imported successfully. I have noticed sometimes that I get in this endless loop of 3 dots and it's not uploading right away. So if that happens, just reload the page here at the top or refresh over here, and sometimes you might have to do that a couple times. If we go to Manage Quizzes, My Quizzes, and actually take a look at this, you'll see what it looks like. So we've got the short answer, what's your name, and after that, each of the students in the class. To administer this to students, we're going to click Start Quiz and choose the quiz. Click on Student Paste so students can go back and change answers or add details, and we don't need to have the student names because we're already going to ask them comment t'appelles-tu. The students are going to go to m.socrative.com and put in your room numbers. Mine's TD Baker. So they put in that room number, and they're going to see the questions pop up. So let's pretend that we're Leonard Cohen. So je m'appelle Léo. And now for each person, the students need to write something positive, a compliment to everyone else. So I'm going to say that Brian Adams is nice. Oh, and this is us. So we're going to say je suis formidable. For Celine, we're going to say that she is talentueuse, so she is talented. Howie Mandel, well, he is funny. And finally, Sarah McLaughlin, L.A. Bell. And we're going to finish the quiz. What's nice is on this teacher end, you can see here as students are completing each question, and if somebody needs help, you can help them. You're going to click on Finish and download that report when everything is done. I'm actually going to open up a different report because I did an example earlier where I filled this out as if I was all 5 of these students. So as we see here on row 8, and I'm just going to move over here, Celine, je m'appelle Celine, and if we go across the row to the right, we see everything that Celine wrote for the other students. So as a teacher, it's easier for me to look at her spelling and her sentences and assign a mark to Celine. And then the column down is, for example, Brian Adams, this is what everyone else said about him. So once I've given my student marks, I've marked that down on my class list, I'm just going to delete all of these extra columns and rows by selecting them and going right-click Delete so that I can print off my nice bookmarks. So once I have those deleted, I'm just going to format everything nicely, maybe give it a different font. You can make it bolder and that kind of thing. I also suggest changing the color here so it's a little bit lighter. And the last thing you're going to do before finishing is scooch these rows over just a tiny bit so that we have a little bit more space. Now our final step here, we're going to go print these on cardstock, and you'll see if I had more than 5 students, each student would have a longer list, and the student's name at the top is who you would give that strip of cardstock to so that they could cut it out nicely and decorate it and make their own custom bookmarks. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this example task using Socrative to get students writing in the French second language classroom. We look forward to hearing your comments about how this activity worked in your own classes in the comment section below.